like a crocodile. He's in. Yay, Crabby!
You're on!
Yes. That is a monster! It's like perfectly smooth. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. Rolling around out there and he's got absolutely nothing with him.
Look at this crew, there's a porcupine ray, just a little one down there. Coming to feed on those bits of fish I threw in.
We spotted this spot from the beach. Ooh, there's a big, that could be a trout. Spotted all these big rocks from the beach. They're sticking right out of the water on the low tide, but getting covered up now. Looks like there's a few fish around them. So we might jump in and have a quick little look, hey?
Yeah, I reckon. Always keen, and it looks to me like there's a little ledge over that way too. But I'm going to drive over there and have a look, and then we might put the boat in the middle. There's a plan.
Nice and shallow.
I'll tell you
again.
what, if the tide was just a little bit higher, you could be fanging it along the beach here, not even know that's there.
Spiky rocks of death.
Bang. Death rock.
Look at them. That is death rocks if I've ever seen them. Ooh, turtle. Looks very cool to explore though. Like a little playground. I saw one blue bone that was about the same size as the one that we got yesterday. That was a really cool spot though, and you definitely could have caught your dinner there, like if you needed to. There was plenty of fish there that you could
swim out from the beach.
Yeah.
And there's like so many food options. Like if you were in a survival situation.
Yeah, this would be an epic spot.
Yeah.
It's crazy how right over there there's like 30 mangrove jacks swimming along the rocks, and then here I didn't see one.
Yeah. Also in a survival situation you'd eat things like rays. I mean, I know we've got spear guns and stuff, but you'd eat stuff like stingrays that are right there in the shallows, the oysters, like
so much.
There's so much to catch.
But we've already got a couple of fish in the esky, and we've got that mud crab as well, so we can be a bit more selective now. We don't really need to. Very selective, and this isn't
a survival video. So.
Yeah. Yep. But it'd be nice to take a little bit of fish home with us as well. So we're gonna go and check another spot and see how the viz looks. It's not amazing. It's pretty green. So yeah, go and have a little look. I feel like it's gotten even murkier.
Look at that. We're going just past where those rocks were sticking out before, and there's like one little rock sticking out now. Apart from that, you cannot see it. Another 10 minutes, that can be completely submerged, and you wouldn't have a clue.
All right, we've just come out to another mark that we have. It's very murky. I don't know, you guys might just be able to make out the top of the bommy here. So.
Just gonna have a quick look. It's a tiny bommy.
Yeah.
But typically out here, stuff like this is loaded with fish, so I'll have a look. Can you see it still?
Yeah, it's like here.
Okay, that's where we're going.
All right, we'll bring you along. cracked into the ceviche. It is yum. Take a little corn chip. Bit of goodness on there.
Killed him. Die. Sorry, that was a March fly, everyone. I don't like them.
They bite. Yum! Nailed the ceviche. It's so good.
I feel like it's the avocado that...
Yeah, it makes it. The avo is a must-have. There is one big trout on that bommy and one big blue bone. We've been stalking them, but no luck yet. Craig did get a trout though. Decent one.
50.
Nice. I've got nothing.
Not huge, but you know, it's a meal.
And we've also seen some dugongs around as well.
Herds, some might say.
Herds of dugongs. So Craig's gonna put the drone up, gonna have a little bit of lunch, and then we might jump back in and see if the big trout has come back in. Let's see. Alright, well, the trout was way too smart for us. He was way in the bommy. Craig saw him, I didn't see him, but too far gone. The good news is that we got the big blue bone. Craig nailed him. That is the biggest blue bone I've ever seen. 68 centimeters. That is a monster.
Teeths.
Look at the teeth on him. They are huge. Also, whoa, I'm falling. Craig is a giant human, so imagine a regular sized human holding that fish.
Well, we can get you to hold it.
It's crazy. We're on 5%. Look, it's like... Huge! So, we're gonna go and find a different spot. I'm freezing, and we've got enough fish from that bommy, so gonna go find a different bommy to explore. What a great success. All the mangrove jacks yesterday, giant blue bone today. Killing it.
Bud crab.
Bud crab, god damn. Alright crew, we're back from spearfishing. It's getting pretty hot now. I am almost ready to just sit down in the shade and chill for a little bit. But before we do that, while we've got this nice high tide, I've just tied on this lure that we found on the beach this morning. So we're gonna go have a quick little cast off the rocks over there and see if anything wants to eat it. Our treasure. May just lose it. I've only got it tied onto the braided line, so may just snap straight off, but who knows? We'll go and give it a go. Ooh, lots of little fish in the shallows there. We are heading for those rocks. One of you guys made fun of me recently for not knowing how to cast. So I still don't know how to cast. I didn't grow up fishing and all that kind of stuff. So I have no idea what I'm doing. If anyone has any tips for me, chuck them below. Don't make fun of me. Give me a hand. Anyway, we have arrived to our little rocky shelf here. This is where we were spearing yesterday, catching the mangrove jacks, and this is where Craig got his queenie. So yeah, enjoy my awkward casting and chuck your tips down below. Let's see if we can get a fish. treasure lure. Let's do it. Thing's chasing it.
Feel like
Caught
fast.
seaweed. Oh, look at him go!
Yeah,
He's
fast.
chasing it.
Fast.
You're right, fast is the way to go. Just without the seaweed.
I'd be casting straight out there.
Well, I tried.
Oh.
Just didn't go that way. Yeah, I probably wouldn't step back.
I'm running away.
Where did that even go?
Still aren't landing.
Oh, no, it's over there.
What? Wine, wine, wine.
I've been kicked off.
He doesn't swim very well.
I think that was too fast.
You reckon?
To be fair, we are casting into the wind.
Oh, too worried about hitting you in the face with it then.
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, this was treasure.
Oh, they're chasing it.
Oh, I'm on!
You're on.
Oh, yes!
Are you on?
Yes!
Bring it in.
How am I going to get it in?
Oh, what is it, a queenie?
No, it's the trevally. Oh, he's going to get me in the rock.
Come on, bring him up here. Don't put him in a pool.
Mate, treasure!
Treasure! Right, let's get him back in the water. Well done, Caitlin.
Not bad for a useless fisherwoman.
All right, Caitlin's going to release.
Oh God, he's a slimy little one.
You've got to kiss him.
Ready? Nah, we're not going to kiss him. Ready? Bye, fishy. Off he goes. All right, now that the action's on, he's back. Guys, fishing is way more fun when you catch a fish. That's sick.
Learning with you guys here. We don't do much of this.
Nah, we don't really line fish. We're hoping to get another queenie so that we can make more ceviche, because that was delicious.
Oh, I've got to go and drink one.
And we smashed it. But we found this lure on the beach and it's already caught a fish, so I feel like that's a big win. Oh, they're on it. Oh, yes! Nice.
I think it's another trevally though.
Do you reckon? Oh, yeah.
Even the cod are chasing the trevally.
Get him up.
Chasing it there. Rest on the floor, rest.
All right, we'll quickly get the hook out and release him.
Self-release.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Bye-bye.
Off he goes. Mate, this is the most successful fishing we've ever done.
You're on.
Really want to get a queenie. I'm on.
Are you on? She's on.
Oh.
Look at the flex.
Another trevally.
The trevally love this. If you're into eating trevally, this is the lure for you.
Mate, we're killing it with the trevallies.
Drop him down on the deck.
I don't want to get him all beaten up. Calm, fishy, calm. That's a good fishy. We're going to let you go.
Grunting away. I'm impressed with the hooks here. Look, release. I'm impressed with the hooks. Try and point him in nose first, not belly flop.
He's fine. He's good.
Here, come on.
What about the hooks?
They're still shiny.
Yeah, I know. They're like
I mean,
hardly even rusty.
Most of the hooks I have in my thing, that one's bent. Most of the hooks I have in my hook tackle box are all rusty.
Yeah, that lure was a great find.
Floating around in the ocean.
I bet you'd catch a big tuna on the west side with that lure.
You reckon?
Yeah. Alright crew, the sun is about to set. We have filleted up the coral trout that Craig got, and we've got that mud crab as well. So we're just waiting for these to burn down a little bit, give us a nice little bed of coals to put the crab on. We just went for a big walk up through the dunes here and found the most incredible, huge midden site. For anyone that doesn't know what that means, it's pretty much a spot where it was at one point a camp. So people that lived here a long time before us parked up in spots like that, and you can just see shells and tools and all sorts of amazing things in the dune there. And it was huge, like easily the biggest site like that we've ever seen. There's perfectly carved out bowls. We brought a couple back to show you. We will obviously go and put these back once we're done, but look at these. We just found them stacked together just like that. Like, how incredible. That one is fully sanded down all around the edges. Just left there, just like that, for who knows how long. They could literally be thousands of years old. But there was dugong bones, mangrove snails, so much different food there. Just like years and years and years of probably thousands of people feasting there. It was incredible. So we might go and explore that a little bit more in the morning. Craig might pop up the drone. Well, he has just popped up the drone, but we might show you guys a few little shots of that. And yeah, as for dinner, I'm gonna wait for these coals to burn down, and then while that's happening, I'm just gonna cut up the coral trout into little bite-sized pieces, and we've got some crumbs to put on there, so we're just gonna fry that up and cook the mud crab. We've got rice left over from last night, so have the rice, maybe chuck a couple of vegetables in there, and yeah, that'll be dinner. Look how beautiful. Sun is just going down. Good night, sun. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more of a peaceful night's sleep tonight. All the prawn trawlers were out in the Gulf last night, and you could hear them from miles away. It's just like a constant rumbling sound. So that was keeping me up. Could hear all the hermit crabs, all of the midgies and mosquitoes trying to eat me. And it's also pretty hot still. You want to have the swag open so that you can get some air, but then the midgies get through the fly net. So anyway, hopefully we're tired enough that tonight will just be a great night's sleep either way.
Caitlin's cooking up a storm. Something along those lines.
We've got this bad boy to lightly season our fish, and then the mud crab's going straight on the coals.
And cold rice with soy sauce. That's what we're having if the battery runs out. And
we have avocados and cucumber if we feel like being really fancy and healthy. A little bit dark now.
Got the crab here.
And we got the crab.
Dead. And putting it on the coals.
we need another little bed of coals for the fry pan. Or are you just going to do that after?
After.
Okay. Go, crab. Crab's almost done. Wow, crazy how it changes colour, hey? What is that juice coming out?
Juice.
Oh, juicy.
Delicious juice.
Right, time to cook the fish then.
I think I'm going to spin it once. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm just going to get this because I don't think our coals are as hot as they could be.
Why aren't you meant to do that?
Because it lets the juices out.
Oh.
The carapace keeps the juices in.
Oh. He's screaming.
I think he's good. What do you reckon?
Yum, I'm so excited. I have never, wow, it's really dark. I've never eaten mud crab on the fire before. I've only ever tried it once and we made chili mud crabs. So I'm excited to just try it straight from the source.
Well, I'm going to put it in this bowl here and take it to the water just to stop it cooking in just a second and give it a little wash.
And then we're going to cook the fish.
But honestly, that'll do.
Beautiful. Ho ho ho. Look at that.
Little crab lollipop.
Alright, let's try. It's going to be a million degrees. Wait, I'm getting splattered. Alright.
Tastes different.
Taste test. Different how? Yum.
Like that?
That's so good. Yum. So smoky on the fire. That's good. Yum. And we have this sauce that you guys aren't going to be able to see. But honey chili garlic sauce. Little dipping sauce for our crab.
Nice.
Not that it needs it, but chuck a little bit of that on there and we'll snack on this while we cook the fish.
When I was a kid, I used to eat crabs with my dad, but they were blue swimmer crabs. I used to love the fact that you could control the claw afterwards because the muscle that you're eating is attached to this plate here, and that's why crabs are so strong, because they got all that muscle around that one plate, and when they pull, that's how they bite down. Crabs.
Alright crew, this is what we're working with. Got some fish, got some rice, soy sauce, honey chili sauce, and the crab is over there in the dark. Craig's already eating away.
Nothing fancy here, crew.
We're starving and tired, so we're gonna eat this and go to bed, and we'll see you in the morning for the return to civilization. Good night, crew. Alright, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. The wind has picked up a bit more than it was meant to, and the tide's coming in, so the boat was just getting absolutely pounded by waves in this little bay here. We've just pushed it back out and Craig's out there on it now. He's gone out further and just anchored out there. But he's rolling around out there and he's got absolutely nothing with him, like no jumper, no pillow, and he reckons he's gonna sleep on the boat out there. That's what you get camping in anchorages that you've never stayed before. The anchor just wasn't holding in the sand there, so yeah, a bit of drama in the middle of the night. But yeah, I don't know what Craig's gonna do. He's just out there kind of stuck, getting rolled around in the waves. Hopefully this wind will drop out soon.
Things haven't quite gone to plan, so it's 2:45 in the morning. At about 2 o'clock, I got up to check the boat, and the bow anchor had dragged, and it was coming up to high tide, so it was right on the beach. So I made the choice that we're going to push the boat out. Caitlin helped me push it out. I figured the safest thing to do was just to come out and sit on the boat, so I've just come out a little bit off the beach, well, a fair way off the beach. I've left Caitlin at camp, and I'm just basically sitting here on anchor watch for another 2 or 3 hours until it gets light, and then I'll go back in and rejoin Caitlin. Just that bow anchor was not holding at all. So it's 10 to 4. The anchor's dragging slightly. Dragged about 9 meters now. Yeah, 9 meters. Anyway, if we get any closer to the anchor alarm. Alright crew, it's 4:35 and all is well. I don't have these lights on all the time. I just put them on when I talk to you guys so that you can see me. But something weird going on. I'm going to sound crazy, but let me show you. There's a light. Oh, it's just got mine a cloud. But there's a light in the sky up there. It's brighter than any other star. It's about a bit bigger than a star. And I've tried to film it with my phone. That's the only camera I've got with me. But every now and then you'll see a little light, and it's going, it looks like it's going around it. You'll see it going, well, I've seen it going both ways, and then it disappears, comes back again. I'd love to know what you guys think. I'll put the footage I got up. Remember, it's only with my phone. But yeah, we'll see. You see that? That's meant to be a star. I don't know what that is. If I pan around, there is nothing in the sky. Oh, there's a couple of little faint stars, but that show up on my phone. There is nothing in the night sky like that. And then it's got this little thing flying around it. Sorry, moving around it. In a rolly old night. Here comes the sun. Right, sun's up. There it is. I'm going to try and get in there now. Hopefully I don't hit anything. See how we go. I'm black. Caitlin's trying to catch flies. Oh, did you get any?
We're here.
Morning crew.
Morning.
So that was a rude awakening. I periodically through the night was getting up to check the boat. I could hear, I said to Caitlin before I went to bed, if you hear waves, that's not good. And I heard waves, and I also heard waves slapping on the side of the boat. And at about 2 o'clock in the morning, it was just before high tide, and the boat was still dry, and it was right next to the rocks there. So I made the executive decision to abandon the island. Abandon Caitlin.
We didn't film that, crew, because we were too busy.
It's a bit hectic.
Pushing the boat away from the rock.
We just got it off the beach, and then I went and sat out there until the sun came up. But beautiful sunrise. I saw a UFO. I've talked about this on my own channel. Beautiful clouds. Caitlin missed the amazing sunrise.
It's so much colder this morning than yesterday morning. I was out there swimming yesterday morning.
Not this morning.
But it's kind of cold this morning.
And the fire's not lit.
I've got absolutely eaten alive. I've got sandfly bites on my face, on my back, everywhere.
Anyway, the plan this morning is we're going to have some breakfast. We're going to pack up a little bit, get everything ready to go. Then we're going to walk and show you guys something we found yesterday.
I told them a little bit about it last night.
Did ya?
I mentioned that we'd been for a walk up there.
What, at 2 in the morning?
No, but when we came back.
I'm going to take you up and show you some stuff. One of the bowls I'm using we found just up there. We're going to put it back. But it's one of the most incredible bowls There's a pair of them. Where's the other one?
Under the yellow plate.
Okay, there's a pair of them. They fit inside each other. But this is a baler shell that's been carved. It's got a little bit of crab smeg in the bottom now. But it's a baler shell that's been carved into a bowl, and when I found it, it was buried to there. And I was like, oh, it's a little bit of shell there. And as I dug the sand around it, flipped it over, there was another shell inside. And this is the only bowl I've ever found that's still got the glossy inside. Obviously we're not taking it with us, but look at the craftsmanship. Obviously the slug did that, the snail did that, but here, this beautifully smooth edge, and to take this bit out in the middle takes a fair bit of skill. I don't know how they do it. I did talk to an archaeologist who said up north they use their teeth to break it off. It seems a bit rogue. But anyway, what a beautiful bowl. And it's still got a lot of the colour on it. Absolutely stunning. So I think this country here is West Talangi as well. It's not Yinigurra and Bayungu over there. But we'll talk to Hazel, and Caitlin's got a cool thing to ask Hazel as well.
Yeah, I had a dream. She didn't come back to me last night, by the way. But I had a dream the first night that we were here, and I completely forgot about it until Craig said something during the day yesterday that reminded me. But I was sitting with this old lady in the dunes here, and I just had this one word spinning around in my head, and I don't know what it means. So I'm going to try and find out what it means. But yeah, just sitting with an old lady in the dunes here, in the camp.
And the boat's still floating.
And the sea panda is floating.
It's nearly low tide now.
So yeah.
10 centimetres off.
Bit cold. Apparently the water looks like mud, so it might be a little bit hard to go spearing this morning.
Yeah. This is a rogue anchorage. We might have to get Caitlin back on the rod. Just flicking lures at the jacks.
Yeah. We just wanted to get a couple more of those mangrove jacks to bring back with us because we've got a couple friends that we wanted to give some fish to.
Hazel's always asking us for fish.
Yeah.
I want to get Hazel some fish. And I'm getting a puppy. And the breeder asked for a fish. So I'm getting a puppy in 4 weeks.
A new member of the crew. A little friend for Yindi.
Yeah, not so little.
It's so exciting.
It's going to be a big dog. Anyway, that's all to come. Now we're going to have some brekkie, and we're going to show you guys this cool spot that we found. Let it not be said that I'm not chivalrous. Here I am packing up Caitlin's sad little swag.
Hey, I'm making you breakfast.
Well,
got muesli and wheat bix on the menu.
In my bowl.
That swag is very tiny.
If anyone wants
and also the little bugs, they can in fact get through the fly net. So
the sand flies.
Yeah, it's either be hot or be eaten alive.
Well, it's unseasonably hot. Unseasonally hot.
Anyway, gonna have some breakfast.
It's beautiful temperature right now. Beautiful temperature this morning.
I can't even think about it because I'm so itchy. Got the fire going though.
So much has happened in this episode, it's crazy.
I know. Just so much going on, crew.
Now I see how other YouTubers just have content coming out their ears.
Yeah.
Because they're just doing this full time.
This could be a 3-parter.
This could be a 3-part series.
I wish we could do this full time. Hopefully
nice.
At some point.
Be nice one day. I don't mind those little early morning panic stations. They weren't panic stations, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it wasn't my favourite. Look at this. Can you see them? They are outrageous. I am so itchy. Covered in them. I don't even know what they're from at this point. There's so many different things biting me, falling over now. Chaos. Anyway, we're packing up the boat. Really hoping we're going to be able to get in for one last little spear, but who knows. It's still a bit windy. Sun's coming up now though, so finally getting a bit warmer, so that's nice. Yesterday we were complaining about being hot, and then this morning it's been cold, so yeah, we shall see.
Breakfast of champions in the bowl. So I've got a bit of honey, some yog, muesli. That's my honey as well from my hives. Caitlin's having her little bowl there, Wheat Bix. For those of you in the UK, that's Weetabix. There you go, bit of yog. Right, we're just putting the bowls back the way we found them, with a bit of milk. Thank you.
Thanks for your bowls, they're amazing.
That's how we found them.
Just like that.
Except that red bit was covered. There. Now it's perfect. So you can see this huge blowout here, and in this blowout there's heaps of artifacts, and we're going to show you them. Artifact is anything that's been modified for use. So yeah, we'll show you some stuff, and also some of the stuff they've been eating. When you go through this site, or when we go through this site, the amount of stuff that's here would indicate that this has been used for many, many years. For people to accumulate this amount of stuff, they would have had to been using this site for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Now, a midden, some of you correctly pointed out on one of the other episodes, is translated directly in English to a rubbish pit. But it's also known as a archaeological site that's been used for many thousands of years, because yeah, they did dump old shells that they've been eating from here. You will often find bits of glass. This is very old glass, and the more recent history of this area, they use this to cut things with. You can see there's a sharp edge there, and so they use that to cut things.
Grinding stone. It's like perfectly smooth.
Touch it. Oh, that's amazing.
So cool. Doesn't even look like a rock because it's so smooth.
Very nice. Right, crew, that's just a tiny glimpse of what's there. That is a huge site. You could spend a day exploring there easily. I'd love to come back here with Hazel and Ethan and maybe one of the archaeologists that we know and see what they say about the place.
It's pretty amazing though, just to look at how much is there and to think that's probably thousands of years worth of people sitting there eating dinner with their families, and
yeah,
it's so cool.
It's incredible. And the good news is the sea panda's still there. So that's exciting. All right, let's go back to the boat. It's time for us to say goodbye to this remote island. We've got 3 anchors to pull up on the sea panda. We've left it as we found it. Anything you want to say about this remote island, Caitlin?
Other than the anchors not holding, it was a beautiful spot. I loved it.
Very nice. There it is. It's been home for the last 2 nights.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao. We've got to drop off that crab hook that we borrowed from my mate's island. But on the way is that spot we went to yesterday. And we did see a big trout down there.
Got unfinished business.
We've got unfinished business. So I'm going to have a quick look, see if it's there. Not going to hang around for too long. Caitlin's run out of energies. She's trying to build them up with snakes. Yeah.
I'm into the snacks and I'm going to put some ice on the bit.
Nice. So I'm going to hop in the water.
Ooh, he's taking a shot. Doesn't look like he has it though. The suspense is killing me. I don't reckon he's got it. It's getting serious. He's just taken the torch down. We could be here for a while. Last time I battled a big trout, I battled it for like 2 hours and I lost the battle. That was a couple episodes ago now, but I think we might be here for a while. I don't think I can watch anymore. I think I'm gonna have to go in. The water actually feels warm. I think it's just because it's cloudy and a bit windy. I'm a bit tired. But I think I might go for a swim. You never regret getting in the ocean. Alright, fine, I'll go. Like he wanted to either eat me or eat whatever I shot.
Caitlin's got a stalker.
He really freaked me out.
Big
Every
estuary
time I
cod.
would turn around, he'd be there, just looking at me.
Didn't stalk me though.
He did, you just didn't know. I watched him stalk you. When you had your head under the bommy, he swam up and just looked at you, and then as soon as you started coming up, he went away into the shadows.
Anyway, the trout outsmarted us, so we're moving. Now.
Quite the change up from yesterday.
Yeah, we're all rugged up now.
We just tried another couple of spots. I got a trout and that was about it.
Yeah.
It's really murky.
To be honest, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning, pushing boats around and doing stuff, and it's cold now.
Yeah, and instead of dropping out, the wind has picked up.
So yeah, we're gonna head back home. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's not gonna be a very fun journey.
Unfortunately, they've dropped the shell, but these are the dolphins that were carrying one of those big trumpet shells.
We have actually since learnt that there is a pod of dolphins down near Shark Bay in Western Australia that uses the giant Australian trumpet shells almost like a trap to catch fish. So they bring them up to the surface and eat them there. So it's really interesting. This behaviour hasn't been recorded anywhere else in the world as far as we know. So really, really interesting that we saw dolphins doing it here. We've actually reached out to the researchers to find out a little bit more.
Alright crew, we've made it back to the marina. The glass off that was forecast never happened and it's now full overcast, but we hope you enjoyed that epic camping trip. 2 nights on a remote island, some epic middens, some epic fishing straight off the beach, some epic fishing from the boat. Caitlin nailed the casting there at one point, and yeah, we saw a dolphin with a trumpet shell in its mouth. So all sorts of crazy things that we really enjoyed. And for me, a night on the boat, a night on the water, and I don't know if I managed to capture it, but there may be some UFO stuff in there. And I did have some bioluminescence, but I wasn't able to capture that either because it was only just little spots of bioluminescence. So possibly some kind of algae, Caitlin was saying. Yeah. Alright crew, that's us. We'll see you next week here on Ningaloo Crew.
Bye! Hello.
He's got a copepod crawling around in his head.
Yuck! I hate them. Can you even see me? Yeah. Okay. Just calm for a
Little
second.
grunter.
A little GT, hey?
I think so.
Do you have the pliers?
Nah.
Why didn't you bring them?
Do you want me to skip over there and get them?
Yes, please.
I'll just skip. I'm skipping! You know what you say when this happens?
All the fish in the ocean.
They've gone off the chew.
We're like real fishermen.
This battery is also nearly dead.
Jeez, what an unflattering angle. My God. My God, you're swinging around. What is even going on? I've got hooks in my back. Jeez. What even is this? Time to sleep.
He's finished.
Sleepy.
Caitlin's exhausted. I too have been up since 2 AM. Sitting on the boat rolling around. Bye.
Bye.